Water Truck's going to do a couple of laps. We're certainly going to be into this one hard and fast. Quite a few cars just still sitting down in the pits there. Unfortunately, some of them are not going to take any further part in the Mag and Turbo Super Cup Super Saloon Series. So we'll see them come out onto the track. We'll start to hear them firing up and heading out onto the track. So Water Truck cuts another lap. Darrell gives them the come on out, fellas. And let's read away how they are going to kick this one off. Ryan Marsden, 17C, first car out. He's got pole. Our very own Ray Stewart, the 34T car next. And then we'll go back to Soper. Then Kerry Dixon, Trevor Elliott. As the cars start filing out now, let's make sure everyone gets onto the track. I saw that Greg Johnson was quite late away from his pit bay. It looks like he's heading out onto the circuit. This one's touted to go 30 laps. Just wait for Paddy North's car fixed out back on the track. Great work by his crew. So now let's just wait to see how they line up. It should be a little bit like this. Pole position will go to the 17C car of Ryan Marsden. Outside of row number 1 will be the 34T car of Ray Stewart. Inside of row number 2 will be 8D Terry Soper. Outside will be the 225T car of Kerry Dixon. Inside of row number 3, the honours will go to 27C from Christchurch, Trevor Elliott. Outside of Trevor Elliott on row number 3 will be the 88N car of Dave Manera. Then the inside of row number 4 will go to Owen Dixon in the 95T car. Outside will be Ewan Shearing. Then we'll go back inside of row number 5. We'll go to 7D Paul Simon. Outside will go to Taylor in the 58C car. Inside of him on the row 6 will go to the 3NZ, and that will be in the form of Ian Burson. Car is fixed. Outside will be Paddy North, and off the back will be Greg Johnson. And well, that's pretty much the way they're lining up out there, so that's how they're going to run. So they'll have a couple of laps just to pack the track. And Darrell will come back and give them the word on how many more to go. He's first going to give them the thumbs up or thumb down signal. Make sure the drivers are happy with the track. It's up to them to decide. Nope, we've got the thumbs down so far. So they'll do a couple more laps to make sure that the surface is not too dangerous to race on. They're the ones that are going to do it. They're the ones that can tell you if there's a problem. Remember, as I said, folks, at the end of this, there will be a prize giving right down in front of us here in the control tower. And it's your invitation to come on over and join in those celebrations. Come and walk on the track. Feel what the clay's like under your feet. And we'll be down there to announce first, second and third as the push truck leaves. The lights are out. Darrell's going to hightail it into the centre. When you come round now, it'll be Ray Stewart. It's going to set the pace. The green flag is up. We're ready to rock and roll. Away they go. Who's going to get the run? It's a 30-lap feature, and it's Ray Stewart. Great job in the first position. Down into turns 1 and 2. Hip hops around there a little bit. Gets the car straightened up fast. Soper jumps into second position. Not a bad effort from a little bit further back of the pack, although Ryan Marsden now, he wants that position back. Right round the outside of 3 and 4, and he gets it to happen. Goes back to Soper in third. Then we go back to Kerry Dixon. Trevor Elliott comes next as they all sort themselves out a little bit further in the pack. Down through turns 3 and 4. But at the front, out in the front, it's Ray Stewart. Ryan Marsden doing everything he can, running a high line on the track. Doesn't do a bad job. Up on the back bumper of Ray Stewart as they head through 2. Soper, Kerry Dixon fighting out for 3rd and 4th into turn number 3. Trevor Elliott out on his own, although he's going to be visited very quickly, I should imagine, by a hard-charging Dixon. That's Owen Dixon. There's a few changes in positions, and that's Kerry Dixon up the inside of Soper, down into turns 3 and 4. Out in the front, Ray Stewart still got it. Ryan Marsden, he tries that high line, tries to go right round the outside in 1 and 2. Oh, we've got a spinner. We've got a spinner. It's Kerry Dixon just about spun down into turn number 2. He's going to have to take it slowly back of the track. He's at the back of the pack. So at the front, we've got Ray Stewart. Ryan Marsden tries to go down the inside of 2. Doesn't work. Remember, they're getting passing points as well, as they're going to get positional points. So at the moment, Ray Stewart out in the front. Then we're going to go back. Marsden, he's trying everything he's got. Down into 1 and 2. He loves that high line, wants to get the slingshot down the front straight in front of the spectators. Ray Stewart just covers him off. Then when they go back, 10 back to Soper. Then another 10 back to Trevor Elliott. Another 10 back to Owen Dixon. So they're starting to spread out a little bit at the moment, except for the 2 at the front. They are glued together at the moment. Ryan Marsden just can't find a way past. Although he tries down the inside of 3, Ray Stewart will have that locked and loaded. He'll shut the door promisingly on him right now as they head down to turn 1 and 2. It's single file through there. Ryan Marsden just can't seem to find a way past. Soper, he's still further back. Trevor Elliott can't make any inroads on him. The real fight is back in 5th and 6th. And that's Taylor doing all he can to get down past Owen Dixon. Does a good job of that through turns 3 and 4. So out the front, Ray Stewart, he cracks about 2 cars in it from Ryan Marsden. And then still about 10 or 12 back to Soper. Them same back to Trevor Elliott, probably 15 now back to Taylor. Then Owen Dixon, Paddy North making some progress from the back. So everybody keeping out of trouble. Been a couple of close calls, but nothing major. Ryan Marsden, he's still 2 to 3 on the back of Ray Stewart as they cross for lap number 11. As everybody heads down towards 1 and 2, it's still 2 car lengths in it. Ryan Marsden just can't get on the back of Ray Stewart at the moment. As Taylor, he's out on his own. The fight's on behind him though. Paddy North, Owen Dixon going at it hard and fast along with Burson. Burson, he needs to make up some ground. Round the outside and turn number 3 of Owen Dixon. Picks himself up another few spots. Does a good job in the 3NZ car. Coming out of the dust now, it's Ray Stewart out in the front. Ryan Marsden still 1 and 2 back. Then when we go back to Terry Soper, he's coming under a little bit of fire from Trevor Elliott. Trevor Elliott's got it within about 8. Back to 5th position. It's 15 cars to Taylor. Then another 5. We go back to Burson, who's managed to get past Paddy North. So it shouldn't be too far away with 14 laps down. The Ray Stewart's going to get into some of these back markers. That's where he's going to pick up more points. That's how Paddy North did it the last round. But Ryan Marsden Marsden is not yielding an inch. He is now on the back bumper, Ray Stewart, as they head down to 1 and 2. Tries down the inside of 2. Can Ryan Marsden get it to stick? He's been waiting for this one. Oh, there was a touch. There was a touch by Ray Stewart as he tried to pull in front of him. Ryan Marsden got away with a beautiful tank slapper. Puts Ray Stewart back in the lead. Ryan Marsden's coming back at him. He's going to go the long way round 1 and 2. This one might work for Ryan Marsden as he pulls into first position cleanly. Ray Stewart, no problem that time. Ryan Marsden out in front. Ray Stewart next. Then when we go back to about 8 car lengths, now we're into a bit of traffic to Soper. Trevor Elliott, he's pulled it within 6. And then it's a whole long way back, a straightaway in fact, all the way back to Burson, who's got past Taylor. So, how are we doing at the moment? Ryan Marsden, Stewart, Soper, Elliott, Burson, then Taylor, then back to North. Greg Johnson coming off the back to slide up in 8th position. So, now we're starting into some back markers. Points are coming. Every time they pass the back marker, they're going to get points. So we're going to shorten this one. White flag is out. It'll go for 20. So out in the front, Ryan Marsden doing a great job. Oh, got a car spun. Looks like Kerry Dixon spun down there, and turn number 2 brings out the yellows. Wow, that was close. Leaders just heading down to 3 and 4. Wow, this is going to be a run to the finish. Ryan Marsden had a little bit of a lead over Ray Stewart. There would have been 8 to 10 back to Terry Soper. Another 6 back to Trevor Elliott. And Burson, well, he was a whole lot of hurt about a straightaway back. But now, they're all looking at each other's rear bumpers, except for Marsden. He's got the pressure on. He's the one out in the front. No, they've red-checkered it. It's not going to be a run to the end. They've red-checkered it, so Ryan Marsden picks it up. Ray Stewart next. Terry Soper comes home in 3rd. Trevor Elliott 4th. Then we'll go back to Burson in 5th. Taylor in 6th. Paddy North in 7th. Greg Johnson in 8th. Owen Dixon 9th. Manero back there in 10th. Kerry Dixon 11th. Ewan Shearing 12th. And Paul Simon in 13th position. And that's how they're going to end it, folks. Well, Ray Stewart almost had it. So close. Some of those drivers have made up some good points. So remember, folks, tomorrow night, it's a continuation of the New Zealand Production Saloons Championship. It's also the next round of the South Island Super Saloon Championship. It kicks off at 6 o'clock again. It'll be another terrific, fantastic night of racing. Again, if you want to make your way down towards the pit lane area out on the track, there will be a